Welcome to another episode of Fresh Local Flavor with Health Source Magazine. Today we are in historic Springfield, and I'm really excited about today's episode because I'm not going to be in a kitchen in a restaurant. I'm actually going to be in an audience at a cooking class. So we're really flipping the script today. So come on with me over to Amanda's house while we see what they got cooking up for Fresh Local Flavor. Cooking with seasonal ingredients straight from your garden or farmer's market is becoming increasingly popular these days for obvious reasons. So Sustainable Springfield of Jacksonville has teamed up with several of the best chefs in Northeast Florida to offer cooking in season classes. They invited us to stop by and check it out, and today's instructor is going to be Executive Chef Scotty Schwartz of Restaurant 29 South. So we sat down with him earlier to see what he's going to be preparing for the class today. Well, we're here with Chef Scotty from Restaurant 29 South over in Fernandina. And tell us a little bit about your awesome restaurant. I've heard so much great reviews about it and kind of how it came to be.
Well, I was a chef in Atlanta and I was on vacation and was walking through the little sleepy streets of Fernandina, saw a little cottage on the corner, and it was like a lightning flash. I just said, well, I think I can do something with that, and here we are 7 years later, still cranking out good food. That's cool.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good about the restaurant, the reviews. Everybody says we have to get over there and eat there, and I haven't been out there yet, but I think we're going to plug one in to the producer of the show. We'll have to do a Fresh Local Flavor over there.
That's right.
Awesome.
We'd love to have it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So today we're doing with Cooking in Season with Sustainable Springfield, and you're their guest chef. Tell us a little bit about that and what you're preparing today.
Well, cooking in season, we typically try to do classes based around what is in season, at that time. It's ingredient-based cooking, so we really want the freshest and the best thing that we can put on the plate. We're doing fall today, and so we're doing a pan-roasted scallop. It's going to be served on a brown butter parsnip puree with some Marcona almonds and sultanas. Then we're doing olive braised quail that we will serve on top of a nice polenta, and following it up with a classic French apple cake, and we're doing a bourbon prune ice cream.
Bourbon prune ice cream. Best kind of prunes with bourbon.
Right, that's right.
So they're soaked all in bourbon.
Correct.
And well, it all sounds really good, so I can't wait to try it out. And we'll get a chance to hang out with some of the other attendants, and everybody, I guess, gets to sample it and just kind of enjoy, and it's a little like interactive, talking, mingling. Or?
Absolutely, it's a good time. We encourage people to ask questions and heckle the chef, and we all have fun.
Awesome. Well,
it's
I'm looking
be a good
forward
time.
to it.
Absolutely.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Take care.
All
See
right.
you inside.
Okay. For the first course, Chef Scotty prepared seared scallops with a brown butter parsnip puree, garnished with sultanas and Marcona almonds. Boil the parsnips for 15 minutes in a pot of water until very soft. Drain the parsnips and place in a blender with the water, salt, and pepper. Then puree until it's completely smooth like a mousse. Add the cream to the puree while blending 1 tablespoon at a time. In a small sauté pan, heat the butter over medium heat until it just starts to brown. Then drizzle the puree with the browned butter and blend. To prepare the scallops, remove the small mussel from the side of the scallop.
You'll see this little mussel, instead of running vertically, it runs horizontally. We want to pull that off, okay? When somebody says, okay, when you see in books, clean the scallops, basically that's what they're referring to.
Season the scallops on both sides with salt and pepper. Add half the butter and half the olive oil to a large sauté pan over medium-high heat until the butter begins to turn golden brown. Add the scallops one at a time, flat side down, and cook until the scallops are well browned.
You can kind of see down here on the edges that crust forming. You can kind of see it just right here around the edges. It's starting to get brown. A couple minutes on each side. We'll flip it over.
Add the rest of the butter and the olive oil to melt in the pan to glaze the scallops.
And then as the butter is melting, we push the scallop to the top of our pan, tilt the pan towards us, and just ladle that hot butter over the top of the scallop to give it a nice glaze. In the restaurant, what we would do is just take a little mound of the puree and then take our fork and kind of drag it through like this so that we end up with a little bit of a well here. The well's going to catch some of the juices from the scallop, as they sit in there. So you get kind of that natural jus. You set them down like this.
Then lightly garnish with the sultanas and almonds. Place a few leaves of micro mix in between each scallop and serve. Cooking in season classes are a great way to be able to interact with an executive chef, hang out with them in the kitchen, and look over their shoulder while they work their magic. You also get to ask questions about the cooking process or ingredients, learn the tips and tricks that they use in the kitchen, and best of all, eat a great meal prepared fresh right in front of you. Well, thanks a lot for letting me be part of the Cooking in Seasons cooking demonstration. That was really cool. For those of you that don't know, this is Amanda Searle, and we're actually in her backyard where they put together where we had Chef Scotty come in from 29 South and prepare some stuff for us. It was a really good experience, so thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Sure, yeah. Thank you for coming.
No problem. So you're the president of Sustainable Springfield. So tell us a little bit about Sustainable Springfield and also kind of what your mission is, and also tell us a little bit about how you came about the Cooking in Seasons cooking demonstrations.
Sustainable Springfield was founded 3 years ago by 5 friends and myself. We wanted to start a community garden in Springfield. So we founded the Laura Street Garden, and then we built a community orchard and a kids garden, and we have kids programming throughout the year. And the Cooking in Season came about from some of the Laura Street gardeners. They were growing things that they had never grown before, and they didn't know how to cook with them or what to do with them. One of my gardeners actually had a winter squash, and she said, "What do I do with this, Amanda?" So we had the idea as one of our major fundraisers for the year to partner with local chefs, and the chefs would do cooking demonstration classes where they would teach people how to cook with what's coming up over the next 3 or 4 months and what will be in season in our local Northeast Florida area.
Very cool. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool because you get to interact with the chef, ask questions about what he put in there and why. And I actually learned a lot myself. It was exciting. The food was really good.
It is good.
And one of the things I enjoyed was you learn how to cook kind of really fancy but really easy. It's not as hard as you think it was.
When you cook with just really flavorful in-season ingredients, the cooking is so much easier.
Yeah.
It doesn't have because the flavor comes out in the actual vegetables.
Yeah, it was great, and we enjoyed it. So thanks
Great.
for putting that together. And if people are interested in how to, because you do 4 a year, you said.
We do 4 a year, and we release them in November and December, so people can buy all 4 of them as a package deal as a Christmas gift, or they can purchase each individual class. And we put them out beginning of November, and people can go to sustainablespringfield.net, and there's a Cooking in Season tab where they can click on to actually order them.
Okay, and they can also find out more information about your nonprofit, Sustainable Springfield.
.net.
.net. Sustainablespringfield.net. So if you want some more information about the group that put together Sustainable Springfield and what you're doing for the community here in Springfield, Jacksonville. Right. So thank you so much for your time. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. Thanks for letting Fresh Local Flavor and Health Source Magazine join you guys in this wonderful, beautiful day and great food.
Thank you.
If you would like the recipes from this or any other episode of Fresh Local Flavor, please visit www.healthsourcemag.com. Or if there's a restaurant here in Jacksonville that you would like us to go check out, tell us about it. Send your emails to freshlocalflavor@beeson4.com.